Just getting started.
The U.S. Soccer Podcast, presented by Henkel. Follow and listen on your favorite platform.
Black and White Sports, weekdays from 4 to 6 on 100.7 The Ticket.
We on?
Okay, K. Jones, welcome to it. Afternoon style, black and white.
Yes,
Appreciate
sir.
you, brother.
Look,
Yes, sir.
been tapped in since you was commentating boxing on the TV on BTSN, sir. Look.
Oh, man,
your
respect,
show is
brother.
Amazing. Your show is amazing. I like how we got Sadman on the show. E, Josh, all lit every day. Man, but look, I really wanted to call though.
ESPN 100.7 The Ticket. His Store and More, the Man Superstore Studios. This is 100.7 WQQO HD2 Sylvania, Toledo, a Cumulus media station. Ohio State Training Camp Report.
I'm Christine Lisi. ACC Athletic Directors met today, and there's momentum for the conference to join the Big Ten and SEC in banning NFL players from joining rosters at their schools, reports ESPN's Pete Thamel. Still a few more steps before that happens, including
he looks to bring his versatility to the same field he stepped on last year, this time in the scarlet and gray.
It's being able to put my hand in the dirt and move people at the point of attack, but also being able to, be split out wide and have that confidence in myself to go make a play and be able to move around, motion shift, kind of do all that thing that needs to be done and have that mental capacity to, they can throw something on my plate the day of a game and I'm going to go out there and get it done.
When he announced his commitment to Ohio State, Williams heard from a lot of people, to say the least.
Your mom puts it out there on Facebook. I'm getting Facebook DMs and stuff. It was crazy. I couldn't go anywhere around, Mogador without getting stopped. Hey, congratulations. That was awesome. So it was a pretty surreal feeling.
We'll have more after this.
Bob's Discount Furniture has the furniture you've waited 250 years for. We've got power reclining sofas as low as $7.99, 5-piece dining sets as low as $3.99, Bob-O-Pedic mattresses for as low as $2.99. And of course, feature-packed bestsellers like my Playday sectional with pop-up sleeper sofa. So stop in or shop mybobs.com to see where America shops for furniture. Oh, my Bob! Bob's Discount Furniture, proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
Hi, this is Paul Keels. This Buckeye season, don't let a broken windshield ruin your game plan. Safelite Auto Glass makes it easy to get your windshield fixed with their mobile glass shops all over Central Ohio. They can come to you anywhere, giving Buckeye fans more time for game time. OH? Man, I love that. Schedule at safelite.com. Safelite Auto Glass is a proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
Safelite Repair, Safelite Replace.
Senior tight end Mason Williams comes to Ohio State from Ohio University, following a similar path to former Buckeye and current Miami Dolphins tight end Will Kazmarek.
I know Will Kaz as soon as I got to OU. He kind of took me in. He was kind of my mentor there. So seeing him kind of take that transition, obviously kind of put that into me, like that's a possibility. So being able to continue that legacy, and obviously you guys saw what he did on the field last year and the year before, and what he's doing now in preseason and everything. So I'm kind of hoping that I can continue to shine like he has.
Kazmarek played the last 2 seasons at Ohio State, leaving an impact on his fellow tight ends, including Bennett Christian.
I want to be the next Will. I think I've really stepped up in that area on the field, and I think that's my goal. I want to be Will Kazmarek.
The season opener for the Buckeyes is September 5th versus Ball State. We'll have another report tomorrow. This is Tyler Danberg on the Ohio State Sports Network from Learfield.
Upgrading to a smart home? Only Vivint offers a fully integrated smart home system. Every device works together seamlessly. Call Vivint now and get free professional installation, $200 off your initial order, and 0% APR financing for up to 60 months. Plus, you can get 24/7 professional monitoring for as little as $1 a day. Upgrade your home to a Vivint smart home. For your free quote, call
800-853-6497. Everybody wants cheap airfare. Everybody wants cheap airfare. But where do you find it? You call Low Cost Airlines. That's right, call. That's the only way to get these rates. Experts are standing by 24/7 to get you the cheapest airfare and hotel rates available.
Call now, toll free, 800-558-5635.
Message for you. Calamity? If you've been in an accident that wasn't your fault, well, your favorite attorney has a message for you. Collision, calamity, catastrophe. If you want money, you need an attorney. You need a bulldog. That's why you got to call the number on your screen now. They'll help you connect to a legal expert. You have questions, they have answers. These bulldogs will make sure people pay. And if you don't get paid, the attorneys don't get paid. Pick up that phone and call now to see what your case could be worth.
800-370-5435. Champion, all right, Ohio State Buckeye legend, and so on and so forth. Thank you for being on Black and White again, sir.
Man, I appreciate you guys having me, Dre.
Coach headed to Florida Polytechnic University.
But I think the biggest thing is that I get an opportunity to get back on the sidelines, and levels don't mean much to me. I get the opportunity to coach, and I don't care where I'm doing it or who I'm doing it with. It's just that opportunity to educate kids through the game of basketball and just say, hey, man, I'm born and raised in Toledo, and Toledo will always be my roots. Ohio is someplace that I've truly enjoyed and never ever had a problem with it, never had a problem being there. And again, that's the city. Toledo is the city that touched me.
Black and White Sports, weekdays from 4 to 6, ESPN 100.7 The Ticket.
Black and White Sports is now.
Trust and believe. It's something totally different. And stop with the Eminem, because Eminem's not one of the best either. And y'all can stop that.
Dre says he's the best on the mic.
Dr. Dre is a Fed, and so is Snoop. We covered this. Everybody fool with Dre and Snoop is dead or was locked up. I don't care what Dr. Dre said.
I'm just reporting.
Dr. Dre was wearing women's shoes before it was fashionable to do it as a guy.
Toledo's sports leader, ESPN 100.7 The Ticket.
You're listening to Black and White Sports, where there is no gray.
Better act the fool, better watch out. We out here in the blackout, sports talk, whack out. What's up, everybody? On this Winning World Wednesday, it's looking like silly. All right, what's going down? Fastest buck 20 in sports begins right now. 100.7 FM, that's ESPN here in the Glass City. Good day, one and all. I am Andre of the Savages. However you may be listening, whatever you may be into, we certainly appreciate you making us part of your situation. I have my good man, Josh Burnham is here. You can see middle box. What's up, Josh? How are you doing today, sir?
I am doing just fine.
Chilling. So, how come nobody told me that we had a mixed doubles situation? Well, I shouldn't ask you. I mean, I'll have to ask Andy later. But I didn't know Serena Williams and like Carlos Alcaraz would be like doing something at the same time on the same court on the same team. I'm kind of offended by that. I'm gonna watch something like that. If I'm knowing in advance, I'm watching that. I don't know what I'm doing now. I'm questioning myself. I'm not doing my job. I don't know where I'm at.
Well, if you're one of the Williams sisters, whether it's Venus or Serena, if you just about done everything, what's left to conquer?
Well, I'm just saying. I don't think you understand. He didn't understand what I was saying, everybody. So here, I'll just talk to you guys. I don't know what's happening with Josh already. It's early. Big wigs.
Oh, yeah. I know what you're talking about. Mixed doubles.
Yes, exactly. Tyler Osley, 18 carries, 19 yards, 3 scores. Dunn Chevy, player of the week. Who's that? Who is he? Napoleon? Is that what that is?
It looks like Northwood.
Northwood. Okay, shouts out to Tyler Osley.
Yeah, BCS.
He's busy. Nah, don't do it. Nah, whoa, chill out, dude. What's wrong with you? All right, let's move on. But yeah, I didn't know that. Mixed double, Serena Alcaraz. That was heavy. And I think they won. If I'm not mistaken, but it was just wild to see it on the screen. Let's see. Tennessee, Peyton Manning, Dallas Cowboys. Tributes to Dolly Parton. So significant that they were noteworthy. I like the Dallas Cowboys being on that list. I think. Because I actually, in the days since, have, how can I say, discover or had information dropped on my head. There you go.
Like an anvil in a Warner
so
Brothers
weird.
cartoon.
Yeah, I might have to sort it out here on the air. So we'll do that. But that happened though too. That's in here. And this, Josh, can you imagine the NFL really being global? Like, because all these years they've been saying we're the world champions when we win the Super Bowl. That hasn't really been true. Like, if by definition, that's kind of a lie.
Yeah,
theoretically.
I've heard those things floating around for a long time. A lot of international cities are in the running, and thing is, which one? I mean, and who wants it?
Well, there is certainly going to be a day, it appears, ladies and gentlemen, where we will be actually deciding what non-U.S. city will hold or be home to, an NFL franchise. But this is not just going to be an NFL thing. The NBA is in a close position to executing the exact same thing.
USA is flexing its sporting muscles.
Well, I mean, it's just going to be what'll happen is, and the way they will sell it, I would imagine, to the general populace when people start losing teams and cities and, all of this, it'll be you're not revenue generating like that. It'll be those small market teams. You can expect to see that go away. If in fact we're getting ready to have the Barcelonas and the Mexico cities and the whatever else and the Frankfurters and all this other stuff, yeah, we're going to have to remove some of what has gone on, I would imagine.
But in my opinion, I think the NFL is about ready to kill the golden goose that laid the golden egg, because with all the controversy you mentioned yesterday about the CTE and the future of football in doubt, it's going to, like, the whole expansion thing is going to probably wind up blowing up in their face.
Josh, that's true. If we get to a place where you get the type, I don't know what, but I just don't. Here's the thing about that, Josh. I do not have confidence in the public organizing a true and substantial opposition that would actually create a real narrative that might see litigation. You understand what I'm saying? I don't see the public really. I see people, bantering about a lot. I can see people getting loud. I could even see it reaching the point of some factions, some groupings getting in a literal march situation against the game if in fact it were actually handled on a legitimate level, which says we were being honest that we're actually giving you a slaughterhouse here with our product. That's what the NFL, we're never going to get that. No one wants to dance with that dance, but there is no way to have a collision sport of this nature or a competitive arena of this nature be safe.
Maybe not on a legal level.
There's no way for it to be safe. There's no way for the game physically to be an environment where safety is the foremost concern.
And here's an unpopular opinion. I always thought that gridiron football is more of a niche sport compared to soccer, basketball, and baseball.
That means that you all will continue to hold on to the belief pattern because you enjoy it and you want to continue to sponsor it at your, again, enjoyment. You don't want the game to go away, but you know that those findings that we shared, and those of you who weren't here yesterday, like, this is something, please go check it out. 1 in 4. Like, there's a certain period of time of measurement here, which really is a small, very small inkling of a sample size when you look at the totality of the NFL existence since its beginning. Or let's just say, forget this. This is way too, I think one of the fellas said it yesterday. We overemphasizing the NFL here in this situation. Any contact jazz where part of the design is for people to be in collision. Like, that's got to be seen as an issue. I'm not saying, listen, I enjoy it like the rest of you.
Yeah, of course.
But at the end of the day, I won't run with you and act like, if they were to ask me and say, well, is it really cool to kind of have this? It's probably not. if you really want to implore a perspective of humanity, it isn't. It's not at all.
And it costs so darn much to get your kid playing football.
It's actually rather barbaric by nature. But what has happened, we have romanticized the associations to the game. And this is specifically at the NFL landscape, and just to put the college football thing in there, the glamour that comes with Western culture being over here in North America.
Mm-hmm.
And with that becomes the tragic element. Now, no one's ever going to want to, I don't think we'll ever have that. Like I said, this society is so far gone on like intelligence, logic, decency, humanity, respect, kindness, courtesy, overall honor.
Tell me about it.
It's so deficient on it. It'll never be a conversation about the true concern and the nature. And even in that conversation, you won't acknowledge the guys who really aren't a part of the conversation. We're talking about the gentlemen who perhaps have been in high spotlight concern with the Dallas Cowboy kid, some of the past situations, Junior Seau's, the gentlemen who are still here inhabiting the earth, your Roger Craigs and so on, that are telling you I'm effed up. Tony Dorsett told you that. And we just keep on pushing. We're just keeping on. Week 1 is here.
Mm-hmm. Like nothing's ever happened.
So don't act like we're going to act like it's going to be time to act up about the findings. I even say, why share the findings at this point? No one will do anything substantive to curtail any of this. So, but hey, man, 877-909-1007.
Yeah,
do you see a day where we may lose the game? Like literally, where there? I mean, again,
exactly.
That's a real fantasy as far as I'm concerned. But I'm just saying, if you really ever felt like you could sell decency as your program and consideration for the overall well-being of, we'll say in this case, your employee base, there would be some outlawing happening.
Right.
Seriously.
Plus the whole expansion thing, I think the NFL is just overextending itself. I mean, that's how the Roman Empire meant its end. It's overextended itself till it couldn't be sustainable.
But like I said, we just had a discussion yesterday, but they put the findings out. 1 in 4 of these guys, there was a certain, and I didn't finish this. We're going to get to this break right here, but it's like a certain sample size, very small, 2016, 2021. And what was even more alarming is that you had the sample size that you had in essentially approximately 900 people have died that had this career in that window, just in that window. And then we find out 25% of that is ultra effed up as a result of this head trauma and conditional reverberation of said trauma. That's heavy. Like I said, week 1 is upon us. Impress is too. When we come back, we'll add him. We'll ring the bell. We'll do some things. It's a Winning World Wednesday. Okay? Sit tight. Black and white.
Join Andre of the Savages weekdays 4 to 6 on Black and White Sports. ESPN 100.7 The Ticket. ESPN 100.7 Right Now Traffic.
No incidents, just some slow going in the usual spot. 475 westbound between Douglas and Monroe. 23 northbound between exits 5 and 13 is slow, and it's slow heading that direction. 23 southbound as well. That's your Cumulus Toledo Right Now traffic.
School is back, and Mike's Pizza and More is helping you save. Visit this station's Sweet Deal webpage today and get $50 worth of Mike's Pizza for only $25. Fresh dough, fresh veggies, and your favorites made to order every time at Mike's Pizza and More.
When you make a bad bet, you lose.
One. There's my all-star.
I had the game-winning hit.
Careful, buddy.
Sorry, Dad.
Accidents can steal life's biggest moments. At K&R, we help you move forward and hold on to what matters most. When you're hurt in a car, you call K&R.
Maybe you want to keep your legs active while you work, or you wish to support your therapy at home, or you just want to build strength, increase your mobility, flexibility, and boost your circulation. Ellipse was made for you. Power-assisted exercise that frees your mind to enjoy your favorite seated activities. Just plug it in, place your feet, select your speed, and relax. Ellipse does all the work for you. Call now.
800-580-6475.
Here's a great way to save money on your prescription medications. If you take Viagra or Cialis, we can give you a way to pay as little as $2 a pill. Compare that to prices as high as $60 per tablet. Call now with your prescription and pay as little as $2 a pill. We offer 24/7 service and always free delivery and confidential packaging.
Viagra, $2 a pill. $99 minimum order. Call 800-925-5313.
If you've been in an accident that wasn't your fault, well, your favorite attorney has a message for you. Collision, calamity, catastrophe. If you want money, you need an attorney. You need a bulldog. That's why you got to call the number on your screen now. They'll help you connect to a legal expert. You have questions, they have answers. These bulldogs will make sure people pay. And if you don't get paid, the attorneys don't get paid. Pick up that phone and call now to see what your case could be worth.
800-370-5435.
Full for the ladies 21 and over. Who says nothing fun happens in the middle of the week? Miss Q, where the fun just gets better. Find us on Reynolds near Glendale and Alexis near Telegraph, or online at MissQToledo.com.
Falcon football season tickets are on sale now. Bring the whole family to Deutsche Perry Stadium this fall and witness year 2 of the Eddie George era. Call 419-372-0000 and grab your tickets today. Forward Falcons, fight for victory.
Black and White Sports.
I'll do everything I can to rehabilitate you.
Marry me.
Everything except that.
You're listening to Black and White Sports, where there is no gray.
Black and White Sports on this Wednesday, 100.7 FM. That's ESPN here in the Toledo town. I am Andre of the Savages. All right, we continue. Few items, you know what I didn't mention, though, before we hit the last break is this this Wright kid, which I imagine is done at this point, but signing LSU thing, first player in history to double back from the NFL back to college play. So there you go. Just when you thought we've seen it all, we've seen that. So there you go. There's some more history today. But nonetheless, let us continue things. Shout out to our people at the Bassett Nut Company, formerly Rachel Michaels Gourmet Popcorn. Also to September reopen, Josh, at the new location. It's coming. You know, stay tuned for these updates. It would be great if the people could come out and support that. 5380 Monroe Street. That would be great. Because, again, this is one of your more long-standing business operators here locally. And I think that should be honored, especially because we claim to celebrate our local business owners, entrepreneurs, local corporations, so on and so forth. So I encourage you. Again, all right, thank you to the Bassett Nut Company and our man Anthony Butler, the master barber and stylist. Ladies, we'll get into that. But before we do, Josh, we'll ring the bell here in a moment. Let's get Monty on the set. All calls, guests brought to you by Wake Up Call Line in full motion. Impressed? Good afternoon, sir. New money in the building.
What's up,
sir? Oh, man,
What's
you got it,
bro.
Okay, we roll into first, a couple of things first. And I don't know how long you were like in the queue, but I was talking about the thing we were saying yesterday just now because, we did talk about that quite a bit. But I don't think there will ever be a day. Do you see a time, a moment, a space where people would get into an acknowledgement? And I feel like if they didn't do this in the beginning, when they first started talking about the head trauma and how these conditions can be had, and especially when you started to learn the way guys can be affected from these conditions, and we still are here and we went bypassed it, do we ever see a day where the revolt is such that we actually could be in a circumstance where somehow the game, the game would be banned, in this country? I feel like that day passed. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah. I think it's gone. I think it's the risk reward factor too. Americans are kind of sold on this dream of, put it all on the line and you'll get these riches, right? And so when you see these contracts that come along with it, there's people who's willing to take the chance that, hey, I'm 3 out of 4. You know what I mean? That
right.
Won't get it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And American history itself is violent, and so they love violent sports, man. There's nothing more that they would love to do than wake up on a Sunday morning and see calamity. You know what I mean?
Well, so, and that's your exactly. And so we got to own that. But that's why I say, so citizens never ever rile up about, oh man, we want to go to the sympathy play. No, everybody's waiting on week 1, man.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? We waiting on week 1. Let's cut the knot. So don't release these reports, because when I thought about it later, I'm like, what's the point in saying this? Why make? I get that it's public information, but why make it necessary to state here? Because I feel you notice. What did we say yesterday? What was it? It came from the British medical journal. Right. You notice there's no United States medical journals endorsing that. We're not doing that. So at the end of the day, we need to own that part. And that's what I don't see people ever there, because that time passed. When they introduced all this and we found out this was real and people were, just effed up in a literal way. And like you said, too, I wanted to add to the idea that a lot of people, and it's clear, we said it with Steve yesterday. I think after you jumped out, you're still going to do it. They're signing up for that. If they can trade off their years of whatever physical capability and whatever that equates to, and you still are realizing that there is some disability that is likely on the back end of the horizon, most people are saying, yeah, it was going to be that anyway.
Right.
I didn't have to play football to still be, in the jam. So, whatever, man. Hey, different strokes. But nonetheless, I just wish we could stop with the hypocrite game. because they do it. You know, you got the league dancing around, putting on these whatever those things are, these cone head things, doing all that, man.
That's the great Gazoo helmets, man.
You know what I mean? Like all of that and all this stuff, just because again, you get it provides a perception.
Right.
You know, just like when we say, I tell you guys about the gambling stuff, when we get a culprit to lay down a scapegoatism on. It looks as though the NFL, they would never allow this. This can't get, you know, somebody would tell and they would get jammed up. No, they would. You know what I mean? So nonetheless, all right, moving on. Let's go. We're ring the bell mode.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Because you know, normally I know we baseball storying and things. It's a little different slant today, Monty. How about this one? Because I find it interesting. Well, not necessarily. I don't think this shocks me to hear this, but let's see exactly what it equated to. Kalen Hooks, ESPN.com. Dolly Parton was an icon, gone too soon. Well, people always say that. I don't understand how close to a century you have to get for people to say, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not sure how much we're supposed to be getting done after, you know, I think, hey, not that we want to roll out at the point, but I mean, come on, man, 80, we always, let's go ahead and salute that and whatever, and just say, I don't know about the too soon thing. And the lady did a lot in her time, but nonetheless, her death was announced in a video on social media by her nephew, Brian Seaver, who was her head of security. Dolly had an iconic career as an entertainer for more than 60 years. She stepped on the scene in 59 when she was 13 with her first single, Puppy Love, which eventually led to a career that included the release of 49 studio albums, producing 25 #1 hits on Billboard's Hot Country Singles chart. We know how this. She rose to the peak in 73 with two of her best-known singles, of course, Jolene, I Will Always Love You, whose legacy was later carried on by Whitney Houston. We know that 92 smash hit. Much later, we get that one. Notable philanthropist, Parton contributed millions of dollars toward college scholarships through the Dollywood Foundation and founded the Imagination Library, which provides free books to children. She also invested in her royalties from certain songs. Okay, I got it. Well, I want to get to the thing. What's the tribute here? Let's see. Obviously, she was big. She was a big volunteer. Obviously, you know, the Tennessee link. We get that. Let's see. Outside of the music world, Dollywood's owner's presence was felt across sports too. Parton, born in Tennessee, was a diehard fan of course, teams from our home state. Consistently celebrated the Volunteers' wins on social media, and in 2020 was named the Tennessee Sports Hall of Fame's Tennessean of the Year. In 23, the 9-to-5 star made an appearance at Neyland Stadium, where she was escorted by Peyton Manning to perform a rendition of Rocky Top. Her most recent sports appearance was Parton's unforgettable 23 Thanksgiving halftime show between the Commanders and the Cowboys, where she wore the Cowboy cheerleader uniform and performed Jolene. Let's see, Parton's presence was. That's all this was, Josh. That's what it is. That was a tribute. I'm sitting here looking, man. This asshole. Put me on the camera, Josh, so I can throw these damn papers out the damn camera, wasting our damn time, making us read a bunch of. We already knew that. Man, I thought they did a tribute. They had me thinking some Jerry Jones, Peyton Manning, and some people then put some, you know, and we get to say it. No,
just some tweets.
Fire this lady. You know, wasting people's time with that. And you wrote that. That's what you came up with, ma'am. All right, thank you. Okay, let's move on. All right, let's see. Your boy Benedict Matherin. Quick news and notes. $16 million 2 years with the Pelicans. So I thought I'd mention that in a little NBA nugget. How about this though? Here's reports out of Falcon Cap, Monty. They say your man Tua is completely unplayable.
Wow.
Through everything that's happened, they say Michael Penix, they even said it too on, I think this ESPN, I think even update the news break. Michael Penix's job to lose. But I think, again, I get leery of him just health-wise. I'm telling you, this kid's trying. They got a kid in Falcon Camp. I think it might be something going on later on in a few weeks. But that's hilarious about Tua.
Hey, we talk about all of this CTE stuff. Tua's a perfect candidate, man.
I might have to agree. I might have to at this point. And he's a live demonstration because we all know that man should probably not be doing this as a profession. He probably should have chilled out. But we let it go. Again, even with that, people are talking about which way to roll on that. That man looked like he almost died out there. You know what I'm saying? And we saw it. Anyway, we just had the conversation, everybody. NFL's all good. Week 1, everyone. Week 1 is here.
Just weeks away.
Yeah, it's time to get on down.
Stock up on your potato chips, your beer, and your nachos, and your chicken wings.
Absolutely. All right, how about this one, Mike? Hold on. Last one. Let me go to this one real quick because this one is legit. Let me ask you, okay, what would you like to see be the first non-U.S. city to be home of an NFL franchise? Because this is coming, or so we hear.
Oh yeah. I think it's gonna be some Latin, like Spanish American country.
Somewhere that they can have fun.
Right. Yeah.
Somewhere where the NFL, where the players will want to go there and like traveling there. Let me see here. Here's Jeremy Fowler, man. Most of you guys know him. Earlier this month, Roger Goodell made his most definitive statement yet on the NFL's plans for a full-time international market. Quote, at some point, there will be NFL teams outside the USA. The NFL commissioner told German outlet RTL NTV, I have no doubt that this will happen one day, end quote. This declaration opens seemingly endless possibilities, but raises just as many questions. The league, the league's commitment to international play. It will play 9 games on foreign soil this season and up to 10 next. It's evident at every quarterly league meeting. The exposure will only mushroom. Fans should loosely prepare for 1 international game per week as part of an eventual 18-game schedule. But settling on a full-time NFL location outside of the United States will take time, with many criteria to consider: stadium quality, community support, local economy, media deals, and perhaps most importantly, travel logistics. The last factor could require an international team to utilize an alternate hub on an American coast for game prep, free agent workouts, and other needs. All of the sites have their positives and their obstacles, a high-ranking official with the NFL pointed out. Since Goodell seems eager to work through these issues sooner rather than later, we asked team executives around the league to select sites that would be best for the league. Here are the cities. Where the heck my thing go? Cities for that consideration. We got to look at, let's see. Okay, here we go. We got London, Mexico City, like you said, Mexico City, Toronto. I can see that because that's a little more familiar. That's probably an easy transition to set up. You're not just going to jump to Berlin. They have Berlin too. So you got Berlin, Toronto, Mexico City, and London. Which one do you pick, Monty? Features. Pick a town.
Out of all of those, I think the easiest one would be Toronto. I'm a little worried about like the weather in Toronto. During football season, I'm not really sure what it is, but I know Canada gets pretty cold. Gets pretty cold. But if you talking like fanfare, I'm going New Mexico, man. Like
Mexico City. They going off. I would probably you take it to because you got all the cowboy looks again because the Hispanic contingent where the Cowboys are concerned, that's out of control for sure. You could probably. I was at the Texans game recently. I saw that they're pretty out of control too. But there's a blend there, but high presence Latino community on the Texans situation too. You know what I mean? So when you move to Mexico City game, just those alone. I'm not saying they don't like everybody else, but I'm just saying you got money moving on those. But okay, there you go, man. Let's come back. We're in the first hour. It's a Wednesday. We chill. It's a Wednesday. We try to buffer. We got to get across the bridge, people. It has a tranquil quotient to it today. All right, but we'll come back, man. NFL owners approve Seahawks move. Whoa. And that's some more money on the table. A lot of money moving around. All right. Black and White Sports on a Wednesday, 100.7. That's ESPN here in the Glass City. It's the ticket. Come back.
The ticks are cold. The delivery is savage. Black and White Sports on ESPN 100.7 The Ticket. ESPN 100.7 right now, traffic.
No incidents, just some slow going in the usual spot. 475 westbound between Douglas and Monroe. 23 northbound between exits 5 and 13 is slow, and it's slow heading that direction. 23 southbound as well. That's your Cumulus Toledo right now traffic.
This report is sponsored by Dell Technologies. Back to school starts now. Get long-lasting battery life on the Dell XPS laptop powered by Series 3 Intel Core so you can work from anywhere. Now from $699 with exclusive student pricing from $599. Find PCs built for you at Dell.com/deals.
How upgrading to a smart home? Only Vivint offers a fully integrated smart home system. Every device works together seamlessly. Call Vivint now and get free professional installation, $200 off your initial order, and 0% APR financing for up to 60 months. Plus, you can get 24/7 professional monitoring for as little as $1 a day. Upgrade your home to a Vivint smart home. For your free quote, call
800-853-6497.
Everybody wants cheap airfare, but where do you find it? You call low-cost airlines. That's right, call. That's the only way to get these rates. Experts are standing by 24/7 to get you the cheapest airfare and hotel rates available.
Call now, toll free, 800-558-5635.
Maybe you want to keep your legs active while you work, or you wish to support your therapy at home, or you just want to build strength, increase your mobility, flexibility, and boost your circulation. Ellipse was made for you. Power-assisted exercise that frees your mind to enjoy your favorite seated activities. Just plug it in, place your feet, select your speed, and relax. Ellipse does all the work for you. Call now.
800-580-6475.
Every day at Williams.
evening classes are forming now, and class sizes are limited. Finance options are available for students and qualified military veterans. Visit us at federalerospace.institute.com or give us a call to schedule your no-obligation tour. FAI, where futures take off.
La Pointe Recycling. We pay way more than anyone in town for scrap metal. Located on Crissy in Holland.
This is Black and White Sports on 100.7 The Ticket.
Shout out Slick Rick. I see you. My man Lawson Morrell in the building. Yep, we rocking. Facebook side today at Black White Sports. Also, you guys can plug in with us at Savvy Television on YouTube as well. But it's really about popping into the app too. Download that today. Don't forget all streaming really outlets, all right? iOS, Android devices respectively, Roku, Fire TV, Apple TV, etc. 1007theticket.com. You guys can get the audio side, listen live and click that. Some people doing that. But you know we're here on the radio move for you. 100.7 FM is ESPN here in the Glass City. We call Lucas County, Toledo, Ohio, to be specific. South side of it. Cumulus Media Campus. We are live from it. I am Andre of the Savages. That's Josh Burnham of those Burnham Fun Lovers.
That's what we do. We love fun, but fun doesn't love us back.
And the impressive features are over there, right? On set. All right, we continue. All right,
Yes,
Mike,
sir.
I had a thing, man. I was getting ready to say something to you, too, man. I'm losing my damn focus in here because I'm still upset about this article, dude. This lady making me read this crap. Nothing to say. Man, told me, thank you, Josh, for putting the visuals like in imagery, maybe that was going along. That was the tribute to Dolly, maybe whatever. Let's look at it again, Josh. Let me see those because I'm reading this foolishness, waiting for, I'm going to read. Where's the payoff? I'm in the middle, like I'm getting toward the middle. Then I get past that, and I'm like, hell, we run out of paper. Where is this going? Because it's just telling me, we telling them all these Dolly Parton stats, rather. Cool.
Yeah.
But most of the people knew this, but
at the end of it, they
okay,
want
let
to
me
take
see
us
what's
to the actual social media stuff.
Some sparkle from East Tennessee to the whole world. R.I.P. Dolly. Okay, we got that.
All
Tennessee Athletics. Okay.
The next
So this-
one
okay.
is from America's team, the Dallas Cowboys.
Okay, what did Jerry authorize? Let's see what he said. What's up with my thing? Oh, okay, my little iPad on delay. This janky. Okay. Oh, you hit him with the, okay, that's what, so it did, okay, so the article does say it said it. It was describing this, but it didn't necessarily say it was on X like that, and this is what we're really saying. But thank you, Josh, if you hit the people with this, and those of you, watching the stream, and again, watching us live, then you saw it, and we recall these moments and what have you. So, but yes, Dolly will certainly be missed. But that's serious too. Like Dolly is an institution as a part of this country's framework. You know what I'm saying? Like that's one of those people that we would say as representative of America as about whatever else you want to say. You know what I'm saying? I think people would agree with that.
9 to 5 classic.
And it was so yeah, man. It was something about that movie too, though, Monty. I was telling somebody I remember watching that in the theater though, and
Right.
and I felt like I was a little, overly excited about Dolly and her scene. Like, I felt like I was catching all the stuff that was getting said. Like I feel like I used to always understand too much about what grown people was trying to say. In early years.
Yeah, you watch the movies now, you be like, ooh, okay, all right.
Right, you start putting together, you know what the hell they talking what we doing here. Like, right? That's how I feel. When that comes in most is when I listen to some Prince stuff. Even though I don't like saying this right now, because I don't really like talking about Prince like that. People, you guys don't have to know. You have to sit down with me. I have to explain another time because I'm really offended in a way that Prince got off that whole campaign like he did, and you all co-signed it because you really made it okay. But to that strength, there is no other man in the world probably of African American descent that could have pulled that like that for that long. But shout out to that. But I'm not shouting that out. So I have some different conversation. But nonetheless, when I hear his stuff, or if you go back and listen to the 1999 album.
Oh yeah,
that was totally inappropriate for children
a
in
lot
every
of it.
way. Even the artwork, Monty. If go look at the
Yeah.
liners, he's tripping. That's the one where he doing too much. That's why I
Right.
was like, hold on. You see, and as a kid, you missing a lot of this. You rocking lady cab driver, little red Corvette. We going off. Then the videos is transitioning. We got that going on. But nah, man. I'm thinking this is a conversation I'm gonna have with my old man. Cause at that point, you were of appropriate age to make a determination that this is maybe not who you should be being a fan of based on what he's putting out here and what he's trying to say or not say. I don't know what was going on in 79. 79 through 84, there was a lot going on. If you
Hey,
check
look,
it
when
out, man.
when I finally listened, and this was just a couple years ago, I finally listened to the words of "Lost and Turned Out" by the Whispers. I called my mother and told
Right.
her like that was how you have me singing that. And
Yeah,
not
you
know.
should. Yeah, you should not have been singing that. Monty, you
Yeah.
should not have been singing that. Shout
Yeah.
out though to my boys LNTO though, back from a minute. They know what that is. NON. NON
Yeah.
33rd in here. When you say that, that's what I'm thinking about them fools. But yeah, that's
Yeah.
where they come from because this is what it is.
Right.
And that the Whispers was tripping with that.
Yeah.
And y'all trying to drop that all gentle and sultry like that. This is not appropriate. This is very not okay. Especially if they came with that today. They couldn't come with that song today.
Oh no.
There's no way in hell. Y'all look up the Whispers. Lost and Turned Out. Go check it.
Yeah.
Check it. If Press gave you that. Yeah, there was a lot going on. But we just saying when we realized later, people, when you got older and you start realizing what the discussion was on all these songs you were loving and weren't understanding. Hey, just like even Jack and Diane. Let me balance it.
Right.
Because I don't like to leave my white brothers and sisters out of the conversations like that. Let me get you before Mel and Cap. Nah, Jack and Diane. Now that's John Cougar, Jack. It's two totally different situations. That's like David Lee Roth and Sammy Hagar talk. We doing something else, right? But when you do that, he's doing a lot with Jack and Diane, man. I don't want you around my daughter, bruh.
Right.
I don't want you. Oh, you're talking about sucking on chili. Ugh! There's a line in that song that makes my stomach hurt every time they say it.
Yeah, something about the tasty freeze, which
chili dogs. Whoa. Let's all chill out with that. But yeah, man, people are tripping if you pay attention. We don't pay attention enough. All right, man. Our number one here is Black and White Sports. Monty Features is along with us. We always appreciate that, man, on the daily. And again, U.S. City, don't forget, too, we're going to have this conversation. I'm going to talk to Andy about this a little later, too, man. Just NFL executives speaking out and letting you know at some point we're going global with the NFL game. It is likely going to happen.
That's going to be a logistical nightmare, though.
For the whole year. Like,
a week in and week out basis. Oh, yes.
No, yeah.
Like Josh said, they might run. Listen, that with some
itself.
of this other, I don't know, man. It'd be funny. It would be crazy if we saw some sort of projected something, or maybe even if you saw a film, because a lot of people don't realize, and I know we always go into fantasy land when you think of movies and all that, but that's really a subconscious trick on you to the public, because there is no movie or anything conceptually or anything script, in terms of scripts and things that isn't necessarily viable. Now, a lot of times they're transmitting information to desensitize the mind so that when this absurdity takes place in real life,
right,
you're not necessarily as resistant to it. If you guys, there's a lot of that. And I say that because sometimes you can see the projection of life. Look at the movies that we have now that resemble today's existence, Monty. When you saw it, when we were younger, we were small, and we saw this world, whether we knew we would make it to live in it. And the next phase of it is the automobiles probably flying and the whole thing, because that's what the electric cars are about.
Yep,
that's what the electric car is about. Because so you can control it, remote control. Because how the hell are you going to teach people how to fly if that becomes the traffic? Think about that for a second. You see what I'm saying? So, but how do we get to things like that? How are robots running the whole thing, and now they're talking to you, living with you? And like we said, one day they're going to lock you in your house. Where are you going, Bill? It's not time for you to leave, Bill. And it's like, here you go. So nonetheless, but that we didn't think the world would be it, but we are at it. We're here in it, and people are, even when you look around, like, whoa, what's really going on. You know?
It was some movies back in the 80s that was talking about AI stuff.
It's always been, but this is what people don't realize. It's always been there. Just because they introduced it to you when they felt like when you could deal with the dosage. This has already been operating. You know what I'm saying? The technological advances, even in tracking mode, just something to locate something or someone. That's why you can never go with this nonsense about we can't find folks. Don't tell me that. I'm talking about down to the kidnapping things, just the simple low-hanging fruit of the average American citizen or family who suffers that type of horrific scenario. Stop telling me you can't find my damn kid on this planet. And that's United States. Miss me. I'm not even going to speak on what's happening with Putin and these boys. I don't know your frame over there. I haven't been through. Right. But I know over here, these boys, it's not nothing. That's why I don't understand why people keep trying stuff. Why y'all keep trying things? I just don't understand that. I don't understand how you don't expect to come up and it's janky. But but it's just to the idea that even in films and things, what I wanted to try to get to was imagine if we saw a projection of a world where there was no NFL like that. And maybe no sports. What if it just didn't? What would our existence be like if we didn't have that component in terms of how we maneuver and how we intake, our experience?
I can't imagine that because, ever since civilization began, there's some sort of semblance of sports and athletic competition from, like, say, the cavemen trying to do like running or that sort of lines.
Ancient Rome.
Yeah, and so we know we can go back, but the spirit of there has to be a victor, I guess. You know what I mean? Right. And I think it, but it's primal in the sense that if you look, I would go with Josh's caveman theory if we're saying that and we're accepting that this was a realistic existence and the artifactual information suggests that there was some existence in a time where you could be in a confrontational sort of space with the nature and the wild kingdom.
Right.
So I think it goes to that when you
survival of the fittest.
And you're trying to eat this, but this, I will say this is how ridiculous we are in human nature from the very beginning. Watch this, people. The truth of the matter is the earth was already stocked full of all kind of natural grown supplies for your human edification and survival. We are so silly that we decided to go and attack and kill the animal population or the wildlife population in an effort to, again, feed ourselves and thereby risking our lives in doing so. Because when you're messing with those, whatever it is they was doing, you know what I mean? Why were we doing that? The trees would have been fine. These different berries and things, I think the fruits were growing, all this was happening. Could have been cool. But just think about that conceptually. We decided, let's get the spears going off and get the stabbery, and let's go ahead and blood sport with it.
And more healthy. And we would be more healthy too.
Yeah, and so just a little something for you on a Wednesday. You never know where black and white will go. It has a way. It has a way of just dipping down different avenues. Just right down the alley every now and again, people. It'll happen. All right. We're going to get in the second hour. We will get into Saturday's kickoff. We forgot that. We were saying week 1. No. Week 1 is Saturday of the new non-amateur league called the NCAA, right? Division I football is ready to get on the ensue this weekend. We'll look at that. All right. Sandman will be through here later on in hour number 2. So we, of course, always look forward to that. Again, your brother out of Cleveland into LSU now. We know we assume that has been signed, but you got the first player in history to go pro and go unpro, just like that. So you got that going on. Let's see. What else I see?
Seahawks.
Matherin. Oh, yeah. Oh, the Seahawks. Thank you, Monty. My bad, too. And I said that. And I teased that. Thank you. Impressed. Thank you right there for the assist. Quick mention right here. Chris Bambaka, USA Today. NFL owners approve Seahawks $9.6 billion sale to venture capitalist Vinod. Khosla. Vinod Khosla. NFL owners Wednesday unanimously approved the sale of the Seahawks to venture capitalist Khosla and his family, who are expected to run the team. The $9.6 billion price tag is the largest sum paid for an NFL team in its third biggest for North American sports, with the NBA's Lakers. Obviously, you guys heard that, selling for north of 10 and 12 billion, 12.5 billion respectively in back-to-back years. Let's see. The estate of Paul G. Allen, the former Microsoft CEO who died in 2018, announced the sale on July 11. The team was formally put up for sale after years of speculation, 2 weeks after the team won Super Bowl 60 in February. Aside from brief statements posted on social media, Khosla and his family have remained quiet about the sale. Quote, excited to be a part of this great franchise, he wrote on X after the news of the deal was reported. Khosla became a minority owner of the Niners when he bought a 3.5% stake in 25. The Indian-born, Stanford-educated venture capitalist possesses a net worth of $13.2 billion, according to Forbes. His firm, Khosla Ventures, focuses on experimental technologies such as biomedicine, robotics, and was the first venture firm to invest in OpenAI. Damn, that boy killed it.
That's money.
Give me a team.
Yeah.
All right, Monty. Talk to you tomorrow. On that note, how you
all right. Have a good one, bro. Yeah.
You as well, brother. Good job. I appreciate you, sir. You just go ahead. You gonna say something?
I don't know if I ever seen a defending championship team sold right after winning the championship. I don't know if I've ever seen that, but
yeah, and forgotten as though they didn't win it this quick.
Right.
Because nobody, the league in the season, and nothing feels like the Seahawks are the big dogs. Right. That's wild. But hey, that's not that wild though. That 9.6. So there you go.
Yeah.
Man.
All right. Have a good one.
All right, brother. You as well, man. All right. Hour number 2. We come back. 5:05. Don't go anywhere. We live in the app, all right? Live on Savvy Television, YouTube, live on Facebook at Black White Sports, and we are live online as well, 1007theticket.com. You can hear us on the audio. Click the Listen Live tab. But we're just here for you, radio, all right? It's terrestrial all day. The Black and White Sports radio show, all right? Not a podcast. We'll be back, though, at 5:05. We'll prove it.
His Store and More, the Man Superstore Studios. This is 100.7 WQQO HD2 Sylvania, Toledo, a Cumulus media station.
Maybe you want to keep your legs active while you work, or you wish to support your therapy at home, or you just want to build strength, increase your mobility, flexibility, and boost your circulation. Ellipse was made for you. Power-assisted exercise that frees your mind to enjoy your favorite seated activities. Just plug it in, place your feet, select your speed, and relax. Ellipse does all the work for you. Call now.
800-580-6475.
Here's a great way to save money on your prescription medications. If you take Viagra or Cialis, we can give you a way to pay as little as $2 a pill. Compare that to prices as high as $60 per tablet. Call now with your prescription and pay as little as $2 a pill. We offer 24/7 service and always free delivery and confidential packaging.
Viagra, $2 a pill. $99 minimum order. Call 800-925-5313.
Shores and Islands. spot for food, drinks, and entertainment. Come see why everyone's talking about the Polish Ostrich. Daily food specials, happy hour every day till 6, and power hours from 6 to 8. Sing your heart out with karaoke every Monday and Thursday. Catch live music most weekend nights, and open every day for breakfast and lunch with the kitchen open late so you can satisfy your late night cravings. Great food, live entertainment, and a welcoming atmosphere all under one roof. The Polish Ostrich Pub and Grill, 944 Phillips Avenue, Toledo. Eat, drink, sing, repeat.
You're listening to Black and White Sports, where there is no gray.
Cleveland fans, quit trying to kick the football when you know Lucy's going to move it. Why would LeBron come back when you've got the Harden family? You put Mobley and Allen with LeBron, they're just going to get in each other's way. And then the kicker is the coach who said they were down 3-0 in the series. He said, but analytically, we're winning this thing. Do you really think LeBron James is going to sign up for that?
Weekdays from 4 to 6, ESPN 100.7 The Ticket.
This the 5G internet, people, all right? Fixed wireless. No, move over to the best deal in the galaxy. And it is coming to you as an exclusive offer. Available now, Rocket Internet. Offering you 600 megabits per second for only $9.99 per month. Or 1 gig for only $19.99 per month. Biggest name isn't always the best deal, people. Both of these plans include Wi-Fi equipment, unlimited data, no contract, and a 3-year price guarantee. Visit GetRocketInternet.com or call 5-673-ROCKET to check availability and sign up. Rocket Internet is a prepaid internet service. Professional installation is required and a one-time activation fee applies. Offer subject to change or may be canceled without notice. Visit GetRocketInternet.com or call 5-673-ROCKET for full details.
Welcome back to Black and White Sports with Sav Sinclair.
Good afternoon. My name is Montgomery Blair Sibley. I'm the attorney for Sinclair. First, the National Press Club rents space. They do not condone or endorse the views of the people who rent the space. And as a result, he's allowed to get up and say what he wants to say. Mr. Sinclair is going to make a brief statement. You will be provided copies of that statement once he's done. And after that statement, he will entertain any reasonable questions and try to answer them. The procedure for doing that will be this microphone, because we're being recorded and we want to make sure your questions are recorded so that we get a full question and answer for the video that's being made today. That said, Mr. Sinclair?
You're listening to Black and White Sports, where there is no gray.
Our number 2 around here. Fastest $1.20 in sports is called Black and White Sports. It is the Black and White Sports radio show. It's not a podcast. We'll try to prove that in this second hour. As we break out after halftime, thank you to Monty Features rocking with me in the first hour. Did a couple things. We had some sort of false makeshift article about doggone tributing Dolly Parton that didn't really sound like it, but we found the visuals later. Thank you, Josh Burnham. Shout out to him. He's in here, you know, like always. There he is. Mm-hmm. Those of you watching us streaming.
Working 9 to 5.
No question. At Black White Sports on Facebook and Savvy Television at YouTube. Also, download the app Savvy Television, Roku, Fire TV, Amazon, Fire Sticks, Apple TV, iOS, Android devices, respectively. 1007theticket.com. It's online. Listen to it auditorily. Click the Listen Live tab when you do it. Hold on. Is this game underway now? Wait a minute. Right now, hold on. I have some issues, Josh. Sorry, I just got distracted. I am, whoa.
Which game we
is
talking
everybody?
about?
This is the top of the fourth. Why are all these games happening right now? My whole little list of baseball, half of it is in play right now. Hold on. We got to stop the show for a minute. We got to freeze everything. Damn this. Because these games are salvageable. Hold on, everybody. We are ready to do this now. I'm sorry. This is an impromptu moment for your ass here. Let me tell you. Hold on, I gotta stop. No, we're not wasting this. And watch it hit. This is gonna hit. This is, man, you guys, but listen. We gotta go. We're going live right here, so we get ready to combine this, and then we're gonna put these 2 WNBA games on this at the end of this. So hold on. I can't believe it, man. Just all like everybody locally is playing right now. Reds, Guardians. Not the Tigers, that's tonight. Okay, the Tigers, that's it. But everything, almost all my list here. Phillies.
Oh, actually, the Tigers just finished up.
Oh, stop it. And they won, didn't they?
They lost 3-0.
Okay, that might be cool. I might not be mad at that. And this is probably going to be it. The Tigers are going to have to stop tripping. Yeah, man, take the Diamondbacks run line. Take Cincinnati.
You say Diamondbacks?
Diamondbacks run line. No, it's tight. There's no score yet.
Okay.
In the 6th. So we got, you know what I'm saying? It's not, we won't take long to get the answer there. I'm saying take these Reds to San Francisco was the play, though. San Francisco will probably end up winning it. It's tied 2 in the 5th right now. Reds, Giants. Giants probably end up winning this. I think it goes under 7. But I don't like, I'm going to stick with the Giants on this, Josh. I'm sticking with my guns on. I don't know. I feel like I might regret that. Guardians, also, not your play today. And it's so, look, they're getting scraped, 3-0. That was the play, was the, oh my gosh, this is ridiculous. Luckily, it's not going to be totally lost. Josh.
Yeah, Cantillo's your starting pitcher for the Guardians. I think that's why.
Damn, I can't believe this is going on like this. Hold up. Mets, also a good look later at home tonight. I know the Brewers, again, I'm just saying, this is just what I had. These are looking, this right now is panning out. That's the only reason why I'm telling you this. Same thing. Let's see, Dodgers later, money line. And I think I got the 6 in here so far with the baseball. I was thinking about an under on that San Francisco game, but I wouldn't risk it. I just don't even play that game. But yeah, there you go. Diamond, and then on the W tonight, I'm doing this early, everybody. We're going to talk to Andy here at the bottom of the hour. We'll get back to business as usual. But seriously, I felt these plays were quality. I was ready to bring them to you guys. And basically, we're about to damn lose it in here. Dorking around, man. Damn, that was crazy. And again, the Diamondbacks Cub thing is a little funny. It's kind of funky with the Cubs because they actually were picked as a dog to win on the money line. So I don't really know what to make of that. I don't know what you want me to say on that one, but I'm just telling you what was happening earlier. So sorry, Josh. Told you we had to do this live, man. My bad.
And
add the Yankees too. Yankees money line at home too. Houston in New York tonight. And then, like I said, don't forget, you should have 8 plays total on this. And let's see, in the W, we're going 13.5. You're taking Connecticut at home, rolling out. I don't know. I'm probably not as confident in it, but I like Connecticut. They might actually pop them. They got the Valkyries coming. The Valkyries might be chilling because they're getting their playoff bound. I think they might be locked in. And then there's Seattle. We're going to go Seattle money line too. That's my grade 8. Grade 8, Josh. Did you get it?
The grade 8s.
Grade 8. Get it? Got it. Good.
Get it, mate.
It's a plus 24.36, $10, or really plus 24.51 because it's moving. It's alive. You got a mixture of live and bets later on tonight. 24.75. So $10 will get you, roughly 250 right here. 247.56 to be exact. So there you go. I had to get, man, this is crazy, Josh. I hate that because I have this and I have stuff that I'm going to say on the show, and then you end up hitting it and you didn't play it. That's the worst. There's almost nothing worse than that can happen. Some of the losses, that's nothing. But you sit there and you got plays on your paper that you didn't play. It's ridiculous. Right.
Nerds.
So there you go. Okay.
Oh, by the way, we got some breaking news.
Okay.
The Pro Bowl is no more. The NFL is, this is from The Athletic. The NFL is ending the Pro Bowl game. Player honors will remain, but alternates no longer acknowledged. So in other words, the Pro Bowl and the Pro Bowl game, it's off thing. It's going away.
I don't think anybody minds. There you have it. Okay. Winning World Wednesday continues. Black and White Sports. Thank you very much, Josh Burton. All right. Hour number 2, we move on here into your traffic jam parts of it. All right, real quick, let me mention this. Because while you're at home on your way to the home, right, you feel good. You drive slow. Why? Because you have the Vivid security system. Or wait, you don't have it. So you're driving fast to get home, because you're always curious what's happening in your neighborhood. Well, you could stop that curiosity because Vivid is better for premium, professionally installed smart home automation with active AI deterrence. Please give them a call. Get your quote today. 800-853-6497. All right, Black and White Sports continues. Thank you very much to our friends at the Powers Beauty Supply, 901 Nebraska Avenue. This has been going on for roughly over a generation, almost really a lifetime, if you're being honest. So let's continue that. Beauty supply needs can be addressed regardless of your ethnicity. Please keep that in mind. 901 Nebraska is Powers Beauty Supply. Also, too, changing your decor without spending more has got to be appealing to you. So that is why Consignment Home Interiors is exactly that. Make sure you stop in 6925 West Central Avenue. Tony and Jackie will be there waiting for you with probably pastries and all kind of delights for you, standing there in aprons and such, Josh. It's a real Danish greeting. Not that Tony and Jackie are Danish. I don't know. It just seemed like the thing to say.
Well, whether you're Dane or not, if you have $1 million home, but you want your furniture to look like $1 million too, go to Consign It.
Yeah, without spending that actual $1 million.
Exactly. That's the point.
Spend $1 million. You don't have to do it. Okay. So there you have it. Also, too, we just got done slapping you with an 8-play parlay, okay? Chicago Cubs run line, that's plus 1.5. San Francisco Giants and the Los Angeles Angels currently leading right now. Connecticut Sun later on tonight, 13.5. You're getting against the Valkyries. New York Yankees at home. New York Mets also at home. Give them a run line tonight. Dodgers on the road, money line, and the Seattle Storm at home. So there's your 8-play. Get paid with it, all right? Let's come back. Black and White Sports. Andy Sanzado will join us at the bottom of the hour, so we look forward to that and a few more items to discuss. And I'm out of my picks now. I got to rearrange, Josh. I gave my picks now early. I had to. I was forced by the rush. I had to roll with the rush.
Exactly.
When the game ends, the real talk begins. Black and White Sports with Andre of the Savages. ESPN 100.7 The Ticket.
At Hudson's Automotive, we keep your vehicle running at its best with expert diagnostics. Our certified technicians use the latest equipment to quickly diagnose problems and get you safely back on the road. From worn brake pads and rough rides to poor fuel mileage and engine performance, we do it all.
Everybody wants cheap airfare, but where do you find it? You call Low Cost Airlines. That's right, call. That's the only way to get these rates. Experts are standing by 24/7 to get you the cheapest airfare and hotel rates available.
Call now, toll free, 800-558-5635.
If you've been in an accident that wasn't your fault, well, your favorite attorney has a message for you. Collision, calamity, catastrophe. If you want money, you need an attorney. You need a bulldog. That's why you got to call the number on your screen now. They'll help you connect to a legal expert. You have questions, they have answers. These bulldogs will make sure people pay. And if you don't get paid, the attorneys don't get paid. Pick up that phone and call now to see what your case could be worth.
800-370-5435. Maybe you want to keep your legs active while you work, or you wish to support your therapy at home, or you just want to build strength, increase your mobility, flexibility, and boost your circulation. Ellipse was made for you. Power-assisted exercise that frees your mind to enjoy your favorite seated activities. Just plug it in, place your feet, select your speed, and relax. Ellipse does all the work for you. Call now.
800-580-6475.
Path in the aerospace.
All right, wings and a Supremo, I'm in.
Turn up the flavor at Vito's Pizza with their new wing lineup. From mild to wild, there's a perfect heat for everyone. Pair them with fan favorites like the Taco Pizza, Supremo, All Meat, Paco's Pizza, or Uncle Vito's Sweet Barbecue. Find your perfect heat. Find your flavor. Fast, hot, fresh. Order now at Vitos.com.
Summer has arrived, and that means it's the perfect time to change your air filter. When air quality matters, property managers and contractors across Northwest Ohio trust First Filter in Perrysburg. For over 20 years, First Filter has supplied commercial facilities with high-quality specialty air filters. Office buildings, schools, apartments, construction sites, they've got you covered. Their warehouse is fully stocked, and if you don't see your size, they can make custom filters fast right in-house. Refresh your air this summer. Visit firstfilterllc.com. Clean air starts with First Filter.
You're listening to Black and White Sports, where there is no gray.
We're going to win. And when we win, our coaching staff is going to get rated and people are going to come after our coaches because we're going to win.
ESPN 100.7, The Ticket.
Yes, they are going to win. Let me not talk too loud. Those of you just joining us, welcome back. I'm a lifelong Dallas Cowboy fan, admittedly. You know, I have to stand up. Yes. Hi, everyone. Hi, Andre. I'm a Dallas Cowboy fan. I have to sit down. I had to go to a meeting.
Cowboyaholics Anonymous.
Yes. Oh, but a different tune. I feel it's bubbling up, Josh. And I'm just going to enjoy watching the slow converter of the hate person who will run out of material from week to week. You know, they'll get the occasional loss in there, but there will be no more than 5 total for the Cowboys on the year. That's regular season foils. I'll give you 5 max. Did you get that? That's on the tape, right?
Yeah, I got that.
Dallas Cowboys.
I can see
5 losses. Max.
I see the East is theirs for the taking because I think the Eagles are going to stumble this
They
year.
are poop doctors in motion. Don't worry about it. They're going to feel the A.J. Brown loss. I think they might realize. I don't want to overstate that, though. They might do better without him. I always feel, part of me wants Philly to kind of have a transition where that was a bunch of wasting of time doing all that clownery with my man with that.
Yeah.
But, you know, I'd rather them be bums, though.
Yeah, that and plus the fact, it seems like Jalen Hurts has an offensive coordinator, a new one every year, and then how long is that going to take a toll on him?
It's one of the reasons we should acknowledge him and salute the guy because of that fact and his ability to still be in the top levels of consideration where his team is concerned. It is what it is. It's one of those nuanced bits of information that most people don't add to their critical, narrative. But let me do this real quick. Speaking of things that could be critical, Josh, 49ers owner Jed York, Josh, is in a situation that we probably wish we didn't want to tell people. But ESPN, Tom Shad, San Francisco 49ers owner Jed York used a pseudonym and responded multiple times to a fictitious ad for a prostitute.
Oh, my.
Prior to his arrest in Ohio.
Oh, boy.
Over the weekend. According to an incident report obtained Tuesday by ESPN. In the report, officers with the Mahoning Valley Law Enforcement Task Force wrote that York identified himself as a man named Joe in response to the ad, which was posted by an undercover officer posing as a woman on a known prostitution website. Let that be a tale of lessons to us all. Gentlemen out there, hear that. Feds waiting on the other side when you want to buy a little pie. Whoa. 49ers owner. Hey, listen, man. Human beings are human beings, Jack. Even the affluent. So let it be known. Uh-oh. That got it popped off. This ought to be interesting, Josh. All calls gets brought to you by Wake Up Call Online. All right, 877-909-1007. All right, caller, where are you calling from? And let's have an identification. Thank you for calling Black and White Sports.
Dre, savage of the savage of the savages. What's going on, my brother?
Oh, okay. Cass, what's going on, sir? How you doing, brother?
I just reach out to you, man.
Yeah, man. What's the word, brother? How you doing?
You know what? I'm doing well, man. I hope you're doing as well as the same.
A little better every day.
You know what? I'm trying to download. When I go to the App Store, what do I put in to get you? And this is a public service announcement. How do us people? When I looked it up, I wasn't quite sure how to spell it or how to get it. But tell me the steps. How do you spell savage when you go into your app store?
No, it's just savvy. It's SAVV, 2 V's, Y.
SAVVY.
Correct. Yes, sir. And that goes on everywhere. You know, just go to that. And usually Savvy TV will do it. You know what I mean? I'm not sure what the Google Play will do because I don't have an Android. Though somebody that has one might have to tell you that one. But in terms of the App Store, like Savvy TV should do it. When you hit that, you know what I mean? And I'm pretty sure there is not another one on top of us either. You know what I'm saying? Where you out now, all of a sudden we're scrolling and doing all this. Nah, that's not the program.
Right, you're right. You pop it in, it should pop up.
Yes, sir.
So I gotta follow up with one quick point, and I'll let you go, man. I'm telling you, I have never paid more attention to women's NBA and the game than I did before last week. Now, I'm gonna say this is that when I looked at the game itself, I'm talking passing, cutting. I'm talking about running your offense, running your defense.
Right.
Man, these girls are off the hook, dude. And Dre, you're right. It is basketball. If you love basketball,
yes,
then you're gonna love the NBA when it's at its highest level. You just have to look past all of the pomp and circumstance.
Right.
That is obviously it's Dre. You know this. I mean, there's nothing bad about attention. So your public relations people, whether it's good or bad, public relations is always good. So I want to throw this out to you, bro, and really, I really want to hear what you have to say. Is that I appreciate what Reese is doing, okay?
Right.
And I heard you earlier, and we had a draft. We compared them to Dennis Rodman. Now, bro, I'm going to tell you right now, there is nothing on my plate that is more beautiful than a beautiful black woman. Now, she is beautiful, but bro, come on now. I need you to come together with me. We need to kumbaya to say she is half, doing her thing, with fashion, and she is half in the game with sports. So I wanted to throw that out to you because, man, I respect your opinion. I respect what you say, and I know the girls trying to hustle, but man, you know what? Baby, just be a model. Get that rid of the mustache and just be a model. She's tight.
All right, I got you, brother. Okay, Casper, let me deal with that. All right, appreciate the call every time, man. You can always hit me up. All right, since he's asking that, I think I'm getting which is what I've always said, Josh. Like, I only have a problem with her when we overdo the side that isn't necessarily, as representative of the game. But first thing I do want to say to you, Casper, is like we got to acknowledge what she's been doing, though. For anybody else who puts the work in or whatever, delivers the goods, as they say, she's been doing that Atlanta is a winning team. Atlanta has got a bright postseason future and so forth. She was certainly an excellent addition to everything there. It appears that chemistry-wise, she certainly hasn't heard anything, or that her teammates have certainly shown that she's well received. So even for all those reasons, I want to commend her for that. It seems clear she's making adjustments with her game. That's what I would say to you, though, is where I feel like we want to give her more of a break, and why I brought it to the show in the way that I did with the steam that I did is because I'm seeing that she's getting things done. Now, for some people, they're going to want to say, it doesn't look as pretty as it's supposed to, and sometimes she doesn't always seem the most graceful. But at the end of the day, it seems like even with all the different pressures and all the different commentaries, and I know she's conscious, we all know she is, because she's definitely, quick to acknowledge when perhaps she feels unfairly criticized or what have you. But to that extent, the young lady still seems to be focused on trying to be a winning player and assisting, the organization in the best way. And however she may have been represented, whatever's going on in Chicago, I feel like I see a woman who is determined to make sure she rewrites things and drives it into a different direction, and one associated with success. So far, I'm not mad at what I'm seeing out of Angel Reese. And anytime you get 26 rebounds in any damn thing, you were clowning. Even I know it was a good 6 or 7 of those that don't necessarily leave anything to the desire of impressive, but nonetheless, effort has to be there. Rebounding is effort, whatever side. I know I give more credit to the offensive than the defensive, but understand, it still is all effort. Defense, rebounds, always contributors to champions. Keep that in mind, though, and that's her specialty. Get on the glass, all right? And we will do that, too. We're going to get along in this glass in a minute. We will come back. Andy Sanzada will join us, all right? We talked to the Sandman. A few items. Can't believe he didn't tell me this. We out here, Serena and Alcaraz. This fool didn't call me any other time. He texted me about some bull crap. Sit tight.
Want wagers that win? Weekdays will walk you to the window. Tune into Best Bets on Black and White Sports 4 to 6 p.m. on ESPN 100.7 The Ticket.
Hey, it's Denny Schaefer. Let's talk cigars. And man, do I have 3 great spots for you. First, the Cigar Fair, located in Uptown Maumee, in business for over 30 years, the largest walk-in humidor in the area, with over 1,000 open boxes. That's right, 1,000 open boxes. Enjoy comfortable indoor seating or the outdoor patio, the Cigarden, a large pergola garden setting with flowering vines and even hummingbirds. Next, there's Havana Cigar Outlet in Norwalk, the warmest cigar lounge in northern Ohio, with huge TV. Try their Great Lakes cigar made in Nicaragua and only available at Havana Cigar Outlet, North Coast Cigar, or the Cigar Affair. Finally, North Coast Cigar in Port Clinton, your living room away from home. Grab a comfy seat, a nice bourbon, and catch the big game. Just minutes from Lake Erie. 24/7 private lounge memberships available at all 3 locations. So light up at one of your 3 favorite new spots. The Cigar Affair in Uptown Maumee, Havana Cigar Outlet in Norwalk, or North Coast Cigar in Port Clinton.
Everybody wants cheap airfare, but where do you find it? You call low-cost airlines. That's right, call. That's the only way to get these rates. Experts are standing by 24/7 to get you the cheapest airfare and hotel rates available.
Call now, toll free, 800-558-5635.
If you've been in an accident that wasn't your fault, well, your favorite attorney has a message for you. Collision, calamity, catastrophe. If you want money, you need an attorney. You need a bulldog. That's why you got to call the number on your screen now. They'll help you connect to a legal expert. You have questions, they have answers. These bulldogs will make sure people pay. And if you don't get paid, the attorneys don't get paid. Pick up that phone and call now to see what your case could be worth.
800-370-5435.
We want you to bring in the old parts and pieces from your jobs. We love seeing the electricians.
Upgrading to a smart home? Only Vivint offers a fully integrated smart home system. Every device works together seamlessly. Call Vivint now and get free professional installation, $200 off your initial order, and 0% APR financing for up to 60 months. Plus, you can get 24/7 professional monitoring for as little as $1 a day. Upgrade your home to a Vivint Smart Home. For your free quote, call
800-853-6497.
Weight loss secret.
For an array of classic and creative pizzas, visit Pizza Cat, now with 2 locations in Toledo, one on Monroe Street and one on McCord. You can build your pizza as weird as you want it. To place an order and earn perks towards future orders, go to pizzacat.com. Pizza Cat, keep pizza weird.
No cats have ever been harmed in the making of this pizza.
Black and White Sports.
You know what your problem is. You don't realize how big y'all are. You got to remind people who you are. Message.
You're listening to Black and White Sports, where there is no gray.
Yeah, we don't have to figure this out. Like Josh, we're going to welcome back in here, Black and White Sports, 100.7 FM and ESPN in the Glass City. Yeah, we got to figure it out. Because if it's a link situation, that's on us. So we got to get that straightened out because we should be looking at the Sandman, not hearing him only. Back in here, but we will get him on the scene nonetheless. All right. Andy Sanzada joins us now. Even still, we don't like it. Phone line. I don't like it. Sandman, we'll figure it out, get it straightened out, whatever it is. I don't know if it's on this end.
It might be on my end. It might be the web browser. I'll have to try a different web browser next time I try to get into the studio.
All right, well, check it out, man. You know what I'm saying? Because we'll figure it out on this end too. But it's a lot. It's always a lot going on from the hub, if you will. But okay, good to have you, sir. Anyway, good afternoon to you. Nonetheless, let's get to it and be busy here on this Winning World Wednesday. Starting off with this, what the hell, man? I didn't know, when is this mixed doubling going off? And you could have indicated, hey, Dre, I don't know if you care or not, but Serena and Alcaraz are going to play together.
I would have watched it. I thought it was a publicity thing. I didn't know they were actually competing in mixed doubles.
Yeah, well, I guess, and I just looked up, bro. You know what I'm saying? I saw it. I thought about you. I'm like, what is going on? I saw a couple other viable pairs, so I just didn't even know what the event was. I'm like, where am I at that I'm not?
Yeah, Sabalenka and Djokovic paired up, but they lost actually. So, but yeah, Alcaraz and Serena won, and I guess they're doing the mixed doubles before the tournament now. I don't know what's going on over there.
Okay, all right. Well, yeah, there you go. Well, I had to throw it at you. I was curious. I was like, man, I would have watched that if I knew they were playing. I would have probably watched that. That's all I'm saying. But okay, all right, we move.
Right,
moving it along. What do you think about this? Oh, this is my question for you today. Almost the question of the day. Do you have a preference between, or which do you like best? London, Mexico City, Toronto, or Berlin for your first non-United States NFL franchise?
London. I've been there. It's one of the best cities in the world. They have the fan base. They have the passion for the NFL. And I think a lot of fans in the United States would prefer to go there. Toronto's obviously the closest one. But Canada has the CFL. They don't need an NFL franchise. They have a whole league. It's London, hands down. It's not even close for me.
Got you. We were talking earlier. I think Monty went with Mexico City. We just think, it's a strong Latin contingent for sure. NFL-wide, we know there's in several spots that we discussed. But, I get London, though. London makes sense, too.
Right.
But Toronto, I don't know, maybe that's like we said, that's the safest way, though, because that is familiar with, obviously NBA ties, what have you, MLB and so forth. Maybe that's an easier transition before we cross the water.
Yeah, but if I forgot one thing about Toronto, they don't have an NFL ready-made stadium. I mean, Rogers Center has been converted to baseball only, and all they have left is BMO Field, which only seats like 25,000 for Canadian football and soccer. So they're going to have to pony up and build a $1 billion stadium if Torontoans want that.
Okay. And I think that the current political situation between the United States and Canada, I don't know that Canada would want an NFL franchise right now. So you have to take that into consideration as well, because they're not on good terms in terms of a relationship country to country. So I think that the NFL would probably factor that into their decision And I think they would pick another city or another country when it came to expansion.
No, I get you. We read an article too, because they're looking at, obviously the first phases will be extending the schedule to just inhabiting with what we have and going over there. You can look forward to an extend a game a year, I think, until it's an 18-game schedule and somebody's, on foreign soil every week of the season. You know what I mean? That's something we read that and shared that from Goodell in some of the conversation about that. But he definitely said, be assured it's coming. We're doing that. So, but well, I said too, expect the NBA as well. This is going to happen in the NBA as well.
Well, it's funny you bring that up because I was listening to the Guardians game on the way home because they're out in Anaheim. They're playing a day game today because it's travel day tomorrow because they come home for the weekend for a series with Kansas City. And they were talking about expansion in baseball and saying, cities like Nashville and Salt Lake City were being mentioned, among others. And once they get the collective bargaining agreement figured out, then that's when Major League Baseball will start looking at expansion potentially as well. So I think that if and when that happens, you're going to see a Scrabble of teams within divisions. I think they're going to realign everybody. For example, I think the Central Division could be Cincinnati, Pittsburgh, Cleveland, and Detroit, because they're right by each other and makes things easy from a travel standpoint. So look for that within the next 5 years, I would say, as well.
When you bring up the logistical concerns, though, doesn't that seem like, because that was where the conversation is, a logistical nightmare, so you would think, trying to incorporate that team into the base of the framework and adjusting everybody's schedule to their inclusion. That feels like it's going to be a very significant issue to pull off. It may really determine where you can do that, because I would have to imagine it's got to be a winning formula to pull that off, to get them involved. You know what I mean? So there has to be something to those cities.
Travel-wise, Mexico City makes the most sense because you've got a lot of teams that are not very far from it as it is. Houston, Dallas, Arizona, California, teams out that way, which will make things easy for them. So I think that that's probably going to be highly considered. But if they want to truly expand, Sav, and go across the ocean, then London is the obvious choice to me.
Probably likely, though. Talking to the Sandman here, all right? Black and White Sports, hour number 2. Josh, you need one more, don't you? Got to step aside.
We can take it to the bottom of the hour.
Oh, okay, wonderful. That's great. Even though, of course, you said on the day, I've already shared the picks because I had to jump back in on an 8-team situation because 3 of the games were happening. At least maybe 3 or 4.
Right,
everybody
right.
locally was already playing. And so the plays I was going to give the people, it's already going on, but to that extent, right now, we appear to be on the right track, it seems. You know what I mean? So things are unfolding. But with that, what we will do is look at Saturday, man. What I wanted to do, you know what I mean, with you was look at some of Saturday as we get set up for week 1 on the NCAA frame, the new Farm League, professional football on the sub tier is what we will call this now moving forward. All that amateurism certainly has disappeared. But let me see. Let's see. What we got going on here Saturday. Let's see. You got Carolina, TCU.
I think this is technically still week 0, Sam, because it's not a full slate. I think next week is officially week 1.
Okay, you could be right. You're right, because you got, let's see, San Jose, USC, NC State, Virginia. Let's see, Sacramento State, Eastern, and Hawaii, Stanford, New Mexico, Florida State, Memphis, UNLV. I mean, it's still enough, though. There's a lot going on here and a lot of action out here. UMass, Rutgers, Bethune-Cookman is at UCF. Let's see, some of the MAC schools, obviously a few of the MAC schools in action. But it's not bad, not a bad situation coming up Saturday. But with that, okay, let's look at some of the more noteworthy ones. Your thoughts on this TCU Carolina, and are you caught up in what it seemed like and how much were you attached from last year to what Belichick may or may not do this year? TCU laying 8.5 on this. most not giving Carolina a chance. Still no respect at all. I don't know. That 8.5 might be dangerous on week 1 for anybody. I don't know what TCU has that, constitutes this, but this is what it says.
Yeah, I don't think TCU is a top 25 team, nor is North Carolina. So there's, to me, I think 8.5 is a lot for this first week. So we don't know what either one of these teams is bringing to the field.
Exactly.
And that makes it dangerous. As far as Carolina is concerned, it's all going to come down to their new quarterback, and can he run the offense that Belichick wants him to run? But I really think that this era of Bill Belichick is a black mark on his legacy. I just think he needs to stop coaching or go back to the NFL, because the college game is not what it was when he was coaching back in the day. It's a different type of game now. It's a faster game. It's a more athletic game. It's not a game that works to his coaching style. So I think as long as he's going to coach the way that he coaches, then I don't think Carolina is going to be very successful while he's there.
I get you. All right, we'll see. Bill Belichick, here we go. All right, the re-up. But I'll give him the 8.5 Saturday right now. We're going to watch that
game.
Give him the 8.5.
That's the game in Ireland, right?
I
think so. Yeah, TCU's in Ireland. Yeah.
See, that changes the context of it too, man. That's going to be a good game. Take Carolina in the 8.5. And be careful. Once it drops down, it'll be 7.5 by game time. So don't let that happen. Buy your point back. What about USC? USC is hosting San Jose State. 38.5 to cover on that. What do you think? These boys are supposed to be lethal though this year. This is what they tell us.
Yeah.
This might be it. This is the one for coach right here.
USC is supposed to be up there in terms of the Big Ten this year. 38.5 in week 1. That's going to be tricky, but I'm going to say they'll cover just because I think they want to make a statement and show everybody they are who everybody thinks they are.
Yeah.
And the only way they can do that is to blow away San Jose State. And that means win by 6 touchdowns. So, I'm going to take a risk, and I'll say they cover.
UVA hosting NC State, laying 4.5. Money line, I feel solid with that for sure. Still, I think it'll be competitive, though. I feel like NC State here is a 4.5. I don't know why. It's just my gut saying that. I don't like a minus 190 like this for UVA to open, and 4.5 is tricky. That's like a sucker's line. They're doing that. That's an enticement. I'm gonna we NC State this. We're gonna NC State the situation, people. You take the 4.5 there. Get most of these on these early situations. I would say in the first week to 2 in college. You know what I mean? It's a rare time.
Exactly.
Yeah. So take advantage. Let's see. Anything else we want to dance with here? What about Stanford? Isn't that the Andrew Luck? What's Andrew Luck doing? Is that what this is too? That's what I'm hearing.
He's an advisor.
Okay, but he's involved with the program.
An advisor, something like that. Yeah,
okay.
But he's not coaching.
Okay, I was just wanting to make sure.
A senior advisor or general manager, whatever title they gave him, that's what he's doing out there. He's trying to help with recruiting. He's trying to help with bringing in more money from the alumni. Making the right personnel decisions for the team. Those are the things that he's involved in right now.
All right, I got you. Let me see what else.
Oh, how about Sacramento State making its MAC debut against Eastern Michigan?
I stopped there because I didn't know how much I cared about Eastern Michigan, but they're laying 10.5. I don't like that. I don't know a universe where we can lay 10.5 like that to begin with Eastern Michigan, unless we're not. What is it that I do not know? Can someone help me there? What am I missing?
I get maybe Sacramento State's just Division II, and then they just don't have the players to compete. That's the only thing I can think of.
Yeah, I don't like 10.5 there at all. Just because. Now again, I Sacramento State. It's hard to make the play when you're doing that in a blind way. But again, 10.5 on the road, first game, everyone's playing hard. I'll go Sac State though.
So here's my question to you as far as the weekend and betting goes. Are you taking Scotty or are you taking the field? because this is it. This is the tour championship this weekend.
Hold on.
Playoffs are over.
I will tell you that in one moment, my friend. Let's take a gander. This is it. Josh, it's a gander moment.
Yeah.
Time for me to take a gander.
Don't goose on that.
Let's see. All right, Sunday. Let's see. Scheffler is at a plus 350. Or the field. Rory right there next, plus 9. Yeah, I'm going with it, Andy. I'm rocking. Thank you for that. I'm going Scotty Scheff. Yep, let's do it.
Taking Scotty. Okay.
Yep.
All right.
I'll take the plus 350 all day. It's too good a number to if that's what they're telling me before it starts. I know there'll be some ups and downs. I got it. But again, if he's in whatever what position Sunday, Andy, is contention. Like if we wake up Sunday morning, even though I'm not winning, where can I not be to have a shot at catching somebody, even if I'm coming from the worst position possible on a Sunday? What would that have to be?
I mean, I think he's got to stay in the top 10 to have a chance to win.
Okay, fair enough.
Sunday.
That was my
If
thought.
he's not.
Okay.
Yeah, anything lower than that, I think this field is just too strong.
Sure.
But if he's in the top 10 and he can throw together a low 60 round, then yeah, he's going to be right
then we
there
own it,
and potentially winning it.
Thank you. And that's all I need.
Other than a couple of majors that he's missing, what else is there for him to do besides win the FedEx Cup? So, I think he's extremely motivated. He made some great shots last week, even though he didn't win the tournament, and he finished in the top 10. He obviously won the week before. So, yeah, I would not want to bet against Scotty when he's playing this well.
Yeah, it's a beautiful number. Like I said, talking to Andy Sanzada here, he threw a little curveball at me, but I was ready. Smack, and it's going out of the park. Watch it. All right. But like you said, that's was my thought, though. I said I was going to say, but I didn't know for sure. Yeah, if he's below 10, we going into Sunday. Nah, I don't want to talk about that. But if he's hovering, in case he's not leading, if he's leading, man, it's whatever. That's your ass. Forget about it. Let's cash out. You know what I mean?
Right.
But a plus 350, get that, people. That's 3.5 on your dollar. So grab that while you can. Now, again, should he get behind and you catch him? Should you hear about it? Friday, Saturday, something, and he's down. Then jump in there. That's where you jump in, and you may double up. You may catch him at a plus 700, 900, anywhere once he's not in the front. But if he stays up there at top, that number is going to continue to dwindle. But it's a solid number to grab, you know what I mean, before the tournament begins. Mm-hmm. So there you go. But yeah, I'll take him on this one because I didn't get my last one. Probably my last two Schefflers off. Didn't go. That's why I'm due.
Yeah.
I'm due for a Scheffler, Josh.
The Scheffler shuffle.
You think it's gonna go on, buddy? No, but there you go. Okay, so we gave you 4 for Saturday. I looked at 4. A lot of the games, a lot of the other stuff looks like crap. But let's keep note of this right now. We'll watch these lines over the next 2 days. UNC, USC, UVA, and EMU. Right? That's what we're looking at, and we got Scotty. So keep the notes, ladies and gentlemen. Black and white gave you.
And I would stay away from the Guardians this weekend only because they're playing Kansas City, and Kansas City has won 9 in a row, even though they're still out of it by a long shot.
Right.
But they're coming in red hot, so I wouldn't want to mess around with the Guardians and my run lines or money lines this weekend.
They're already getting smacked now. The Angels smacking them. So there you go. But no, I am very disappointed in my Tigers and Guardians. I don't know. I thought it was going to be a little bit more drama than what is shaping up.
Well, I think, what I've seen the last 6 games, Seth, Jose is starting to be Jose, and this team rallies around that. They're within 5 games still. Oh, they're only 2.5 back from first place. So I've changed my tone a little bit as far as Cleveland potentially being a playoff team. This is what I expected when they made the trades.
Right.
If they can keep putting it together and winning 2 out of 3 and winning series going forward, if they can get to 87 or 89 wins, that wins the division more than likely. And then, once you're in, anything can happen. So, but they've got to chase down Chicago. They still have games left with Chicago, and that's going to come down to making the difference, I think.
All right, brother. It's been a heck of a day, everybody. We're always chilling, people. We try to give her the bridge lane on a Wednesday. Shout out to Monty Features, man. Again, Andy Sanzada in here rocking today. Josh Burnham always on deck holding this thing together. Before we get out of here, too, let me do some things. I told you WNBA, my other two, I like Connecticut with the points tonight. They're at home. Valkyries coming in. There's a chance Valkyries could chill in the second half because they're postseason bound, if I'm not mistaken. So you have to watch for that. But the 13 could be a little excessive. And Seattle tonight at home. We like them on the money line. But let me see if I can find you guys some diamonds in the rough while we got a minute or two before we get out of here on the prop side for the ladies. And we got two tonight in Connecticut and Seattle. Let's see, they got some shooters, man. The Valkyries got a few shooters. Kia Stokes is cool. Aaliyah Edwards is setting up for a big game. She could be on double watch tonight, people, so keep that in mind. Remember, I told you that if it plays out that way. I like Aaliyah Edwards. Rebounds, really 8 is a solid number on the plus money, but don't necessarily get too cute. I would go with 6. 6 is solid. Aaliyah Edwards. Hold on, I got to write this down myself, Josh. Let me keep this because Andy, I'll say the picks and don't play it. And go back, sit up here and say it, and then watch it go off. You know what I mean? You have no idea how many times that has happened, right?
That's how it works. I mean, that's the universe right there. Is what that is.
Absolutely. So Edwards, 6+ rebounds. All right, we like that on a -104. Kia Stokes as well. I like her. 4 rebounds, but a little less confident. Let me move. Let me see. Let's go to the threes real quick. Let's look because they got a few. Again, the sharpshooters everywhere. Salon is one. Salon might have a good night. She may go north of 3. So you definitely can get the 1. We're going to play it conservative. We'll take the 1-3 out of her. And that's Janelle Salon for those of you. Because, again, those of you playing this, we know you don't know what the hell is going on. So let me help you. Just go ahead and get this money on the ladies in the WNBA. It is a really fruitful environment. We try to help you. You don't want to listen because you're hard-headed, you're masculine, and you have all that damn testosterone clouding your brain. So let me help you. Get with these ladies. It's always helpful to do that. Veronica Burton as well. I like her for 3 threes. Hey, Andy, we're going to do this to see if Scotty Scheffler is a good look. Okay, remember this tonight. Look up and see what Veronica Burton does. I'm going to take it. I should take the play at +108 and take 2 threes, but I'm going to go with the 3 just because of Scotty Scheffler because it's a +350. So I'm going to try to make that correlation for you and see if we got a hit. You see what I'm saying, what I'm doing there? So that's what we're going to do.
Yeah.
Watch her. So we got Burton. Right. Burton should have a decent scoring night too. Let's go Veronica Burton as well. We'll take the 10 points with her. So take the 10 points with her, and you should be good there. So there's plays. I'll give you 3 in that game. Edwards, Salon, Burton. Edwards, 6+ rebounds. Salon, 1+ threes. Burton, 3+ threes. All right, and that's the game at 7 o'clock. Valkyries and Connecticut. And so on that, we'll go. Josh Burnham, thank you.
Thank you.
Andy Sanzada, appreciate you, sir. All right. And
guys.
Yes, sir. All right, shout out to Mighty Features. We'll come back tomorrow on a Thursday, man, see what we can do. I don't know, it's an hour show tomorrow. We might not. Central's playing. All right, so they cutting into the time, man. We might just let it wobble all the way out. I don't know. Send us an inbox if you want us to come on tomorrow. We on the fly from now on. Trust me, you have no idea. All right, we will come back. Sit tight. Be respectful. Be kind. Never cheat on your wife. And always handle your business today.
Where we're at now, it can't be what is the end going to look like. It has to be we have to take care of business today and then tomorrow.
There is no tomorrow. There is no tomorrow. There is no tomorrow.
His store and more, the Man Superstore